Hello there, it's Friday afternoon and it's 4 o'clock and I'm out for a camp. I'm going to go on the edge of some woods today. I just fancy that. I can't believe the car park. Bit of cold weather coming, the end of the summer, start of the autumn, and you've got the places to yourself. It's fantastic, love it. I'm going to try something different today. I've only got these 2 little bottles of water on my rucksack and I've got my water filter and I'm just going to filter my way. That way, filter my way, I'm going to filter my water. So if I know there's a stream on the way, I'm going to filter it. I've got that pure clear. It gets rid of viruses and everything. So even below the top of the hill line, where where I'm going to be filtering water where the sheep have been, I'm going to trust it because it does viruses as well. Plus, I'm going to boil it anyway. I'm starting to refine my kit to get it a bit lighter, I'm going mad today, aren't I? I'm going to refine my kit to get it a bit lighter, ready for some multi-day treks I'm going to do. So it's all about learning what I need and how I need it. The pure clear filter, it lasts for 2 months. Now according to the instructions you can dry it out and prolong its life, but if I use it most camps where there's water, I think 2 months for 14 quid for the replacement filter, I think that's satisfactory. It keeps you safe. So we'll catch you in a bit. It's the first camp this year when I can actually say it feels different in the weather. I know it's cloudy and overcast, but when it's cloudy and overcast in the summer, it feels different. You can tell there's a dampness to the air. It's great. Much cooler for your hikes in. I just wished it'd stay so it gets dark about 9 o'clock. When it starts getting earlier than that, it's a long time on a camp in the night with no views and that. I mean, I don't mind, it's what you've got to do, but I just wished it'd get dark at 9 o'clock and no earlier. But it is what it is. You can see, look, they're totally different. Lovely. I'm starting to get excited now. My favourite little ford, my favourite woods, one of my favourite hills. Oh, I just love it. I'm going to fill up with my water here. I'll fill it on this fast bit here. I've calibrated my tester at home. Let's just see what the water is. Right. Right, can we see them readings? Yeah, there's the other readings. That's why it is unfiltered. Turn that off. It's not the warmest pastime filling up with water, but it's a lovely little spot, isn't it? I just love the sound of it. Ice cold the water was, ice cold. Right, let's go up here then. You can't get fed up with the Cheviots. I mean, look at these views, look. There's up to the main Cheviot itself. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? This is just up there where one of my little hill forts. Beautiful. Even the woodland's beautiful, look. Getting close to the pitch now. That's absolutely incredible, isn't it? Oh, I love it. Right, let's have a look at this water now. I've just filtered it with the pure clear. So let's have a look. That's amazing yet again, look. That filter's just something else, isn't it? Look at that. Absolutely fantastic. I can't get over the quality of that pure clear straw, and this double checks everything as well. Obviously if I'm on a longer hike with a big bag weight, I won't bother taking this with me. Turn that off. I won't bother taking that because well, it's not heavy, but I've had my tea at home, I've had plenty of food at home today, so all I've got some noodles for when I get peckish, I've got some pasta sauce, chicken and mushroom, and I've got a few slices of chicken to put in with that, and that'll be made with milk as well as water. And obviously I'm just brewing up a coffee as we speak. I've got some spare water there, my milk, and I've got something else to show you today. Obviously we've got the head net, we've got the full size midge net, that's if I wanted it to go all under there, but I've got this Field Pro Hogs of Fife. It's actually a midge jacket. I've forgotten what it weighed. I weighed it at home, I think it was 92 grams or something, but it's absolutely fantastic. It's a complete jacket. I'll put it on a bit and we'll have a look. Obviously, excuse the angle of the camera, I've only got a mini tripod with me. So this jacket's got full sleeves, you can wear your gloves with it. It's got a handy chest pocket on the front where it packs away. And obviously you can have a hat on it, there's loads of room. But the best part about it is, it's got a zip across here. So you can do, you can do whatever you need to do. That's an excellent bit of kit, isn't it? I always carry lightweight gloves as well for against the midges, and I use the ones that are touchscreen sensitive, so I don't need any hand protection. Well, this is perfect. Before it's filtered, you can see the water's quite not as peaty as some, but it is discoloured. And yet when you filter it, with that filter, comes out clear. I'm just lying back here on my magic carpets, staring at dinner. Got my chicken to go in a minute. But I mean, just look at this, look. This is my view. I'll show you the setup in a minute when I've had my tea. It's fabulous, isn't it? Fabulous. It's a nice comfy camp. I've got my magic carpet down there, my cook system's out, and the bivvy because the wind's coming from that side, so I put the tarp like that. Fabulous views, isn't it, from this spot? I camped here a year or so ago. I called it the bivvy with ultimate views. Yeah, I think it really is. I hope I see some deer tonight down here, as I did last time. The Cheviot clear up there, isn't it? It's forecast 5 or 6 mile an hour winds, and yet it's blowing a proper hoolie. I've measured it at 12, and that's just under the trees here. So much for the forecast. You can imagine on the top it'll be much higher. It's beautiful, isn't it? Clouds are lovely tonight. Right, for the camp, I've got my magic carpet down, obviously. I've got my foam mat under there. I've got my X-Ped mat. That's my bag of clothes, which will be my pillow later. X-Ped mats inside. And I've got the OEX Leviathan 900 there because my Rab 400's had to go away and it's not cold enough for me 1100 Ascent. So I've used the one that I bought for the kids for tonight. Because I've got a Rab 200, a 400, then I've got the 1100. But I'm using this one tonight. I suppose I could have used, put my down trousers on and my down jacket in the sleeping bag, and I could have used the 200, but I thought I'd have that thicker one because it's really coming cold anyway. My hands are freezing. I'm going to get my thermals on in a minute and get tucked away. It's mad. It's really coming in cold. I'll put a few pictures on later about what happened to the sleeping bag. Right, I'm just lying in the sleeping bag now. I've put my thermals on under my shirt and I've got my down jacket on. I'll take the down jacket off in a bit and the shirt. So I've only got those on while I'm sat up. And then they'll go in my bag. They'll go in this bag Where's it gone? Well, they'll go in that bag and they'll make a pillow. Got my sleeping bag. I'm going to stick the pictures on now for the Rab 400. What happened was, I always air my sleeping bag when I get home, and I'd put it on the line. A couple of times this happened. The first time I never thought nothing of it, because I put it on the line. It was baking up the washing line and the sun, and then when I lifted the sleeping bag off the line, it was like stuck to the washing line, and I thought nothing of it. Then I spotted these little like hard cracks in the material on the sleeping bag cover. I'm thinking, where did that come from? Well, I know now, because the last time I did it, I hung the sleeping bag on the line, left it a bit long, and then as I peeled it off, I actually noticed the black lines and the hard bits were caused by the heat. So it's the heat transfer from the hot sun, the hot plastic washing line, and then somehow it transfers to the sleeping bag. Well, I'm just thinking, we'll have to just live with these hard cracky bits. And then I got the sleeping bag out to use it, and one of them hard crack bits split, so the down was ready to come out. So I'm thinking, oh, I've had to pay a pretty pricey sum, a 3-panel repair, so I've sent it off to Rab, but it's a blooming fortune, that sleeping bag, so it's well worth getting it repaired properly. But I'll stick the photographs on now and you can have a look. As you can see, it was pretty severe. That's just obviously that the material of the sleeping bag obviously is very burn sensitive. I don't think it actually goes on into flames as such, but it certainly crinkles up. But anyway, it's gone off for repair. I'm just lying here. These views are fantastic. We'll have a look. This is the view from the bivvy. It's fantastic, isn't it? I'm actually lying here looking at that. I can hear the deer barking, so I'm hoping I'll see them on this grass slope like I did last time. Last time I was here, I seen one quite close down there, but we'll see. Be dark soon. It's really drawing in. I'm really surprised how cold it is. I remember last winter, I went to the forest, and it was when the cold weather first hit, and I was sat outside my tarp. It was in an A-frame, and I had my little bush box going because I was in the forest. And all of a sudden, I must have sat out too long, and I went that cold. I got in the bivvy, I could not warm up. I had to abandon the camp and go home. But that was the first winter when I was on these blood thinning tablets, and I think that's a side effect. So this year I'm going to make sure I'm fully wrapped up and stop warm, because I don't want to have to go home because I'm cold. So it might be a case of using, you know, gear that's a bit thick. But we'll see. Got to be out. Got to do my camps. Well, I'm not going to do much more filming now. It's just coming up to 9 o'clock. I've had to put the light on just to film this. I've got no reception, so what I'll do, I'll just start editing my video for tomorrow. And after I've done that, I'm just going to get my head down and have an early night. Probably about 10 o'clock. So we'll see you in the morning. Good morning. It's 6:25. I've just woke up. You can't see, but well, you can see. I'm just doing my porridge. I'm going to have my breakfast now. I'm stopping in the bivvy. It's a very windy night. I'm sure the gusts were massive in the night. It's just continual wind. Well, that's the Cheviots, isn't it? It didn't prevent a nice sleep. I woke up once for a while and I just slept straight through. The Cheviots are lovely and clear. I'll show you. There's the view of the Cheviots this morning from the bivvy. Beautiful. Absolutely stunning. I've got my lights here, look, and I'm just doing me, waiting for my water to boil. So obviously, if I turn the cameras round towards the woods, it's pitch black. There we go. Back looking at me, I'll hold the light. Look. Here's a smashing sleep. The wind doesn't stop me at all. The tarp's been nice and tight as well because I've got it attached to the tree as well as the ground. All in all, a nice night. So I'm going to have my breakfast and we'll see you soon. Well, there's leave no trace as always. Just a flat bit of grass where we were sleeping. We'll have a look at the views. The wind is ridiculous. The top of the Cheviot's in cloud, look. Full of mist up there. I've seen no deer. I've heard plenty, but I've not seen any. I've heard them pretty close just down here as well. I've heard none in the wood behind me. It's a bit dense to see them as well. Up the top in the wood, it's all fallen trees, that's why it's looking dark, but down this end it's alright. What a lovely spot to wake up to. I think I'll go back over the hill. I actually come down this way because I saw a bunch of deer here, small herd, but by the time I'd stumbled out the trees they'd been gone. Not to worry. Cheviot's getting more and more engulfed in cloud, isn't it? The rest of it's all pretty clear. I think we're due some rain. It's hard to say. It's clear over this way, look. I can feel it in the air. There's some nice light this morning, isn't there, up there? The way the sun's trying to come through the back of the cloud. It's beautiful. I must explore those couple of hill forts on Yavering Bell. I've never bothered with that one because it's so close to the cars, isn't it? But I think I'm going to have a look up there. I'm not far from the car now. I've got my anemometer in my pocket, and I was measuring some of the gusts last night. It said 5 to 6 miles an hour gusts for water. I forgot to check the mountain forecast because I've got no reception, but I was getting gusts of nearly 30 miles an hour in those trees. That's why the tarp was bellying in so much in the night. That's the only drawback to a tarp. I wish there was a way you could really restrain it so it took the wind better. I mean, I'm lucky in the fact it doesn't prevent me from sleeping. But the gusts along this path now are 9 to 15. And the weather forecast is still saying less than that. This goes to show. Plus, when you're in the hills, you've got to expect the unexpected with the gusts. Especially at this time of the year. The higher up you go, the more severe they are. When you watch the clouds moving across the Cheviot and the speed of them, that's where the gusts come from. Well, I'm looking forward to a couple of forest edge camps now the midges seem to have gone. There's no midges at all last night, that's probably the wind. Really enjoyed this camp. I don't know, perhaps I like being on the edge of the trees, looking out from the trees. Gives you solitude and peace and quiet, doesn't it? I don't know, but I thoroughly enjoyed that. So relaxing. I suppose you know there's nobody going to pitch up and disturb you, so you can just chill out. Amazing. Right, I think we're about to end the video. I'm thinking my daughter might come out for a bivvy this coming weekend. I suppose it depends if I get my sleeping bag back. If I don't, it's either the 1100 or the 200 with the down gear. But she hasn't been out for a couple of weeks because she had tonsillitis. It's a shame because she really enjoyed the camp. Done a couple of camps, St Abs and the hills. I'll get her out as soon as I can because I know she'll enjoy it. Oh, it's wonderful this morning. Just looking round, looking at the views. Love it. Let's just turn it round. Look at that. That's me walk out, look. It's incredible. Right, so if you enjoyed my video, please subscribe and leave a comment. It costs nothing to subscribe and it does the channel good. And I answer all my comments. So we'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.